Thank you very much for your time, Janelle. I hope to see you tomorrow. And of course, back here in Nigeria at the debt market, the central bank will offer about 234.89 billion naira across the 91-day, 182-day and 364-day Treasury bills. Now let's cross over to the FMDQ fixed income market. For today's market update, Sheon Mayer, fixed income dealer with Citibank, joins me now. Good afternoon, Sheon. Thank you very much for joining us. Hello, Sheon. It's a day for Treasury bill auction. What's the sentiment in the market today?
Too strong, so it's really at least we expect a moderate demand at the T-bill auction. In the Treasury bill market, secondary market today, we've seen more trades on the short end of the curve. Short-dated T-bills have been more active than the long-dated T-bills. So really, a lot of activity, but on the short-dated T-bills in the Treasury bill market.
Now, in terms of liquidity, what are your expectations?
Well, the market seems to be liquid. Overnight rates seem to be benign at the moment. So really, one can tell that the market is liquid at the moment.
How would you compare the opening yield and what you have now as we speak?
Well, on Treasury bills, the yields have dropped slightly. I think the liquidity is affecting the yields on Treasury bills. There's some interest, especially on the short end, as I mentioned earlier. But on bonds, it's been a slightly bearish mode on bonds, really. An uptick of about 3 to 5 bps on the bonds.
All right, thank you very much, Sheon, for your time. Now, the World Bank in 2015 estimates the cost of intra-Africa trade at 50% higher than in East Asia, the highest of such in any developing region in the world. The volume of cross-border trade on the continent is also one of the lowest worldwide. These are some of the challenges that the African Export-Import Bank seek to solve as a continent's trade promotion agency. Joining us from Cairo, the headquarters of AFRISM in Egypt, is the agency's president, Dr. Benedict Orama. Good afternoon, Dr. Benedict.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Now, simply put, what are the key intra-Africa trade strategy that AFRISM is pursuing at the moment?
Well, under our strategy, which we rolled out last year, we plan to disburse about $25 billion in the next 5 years to support intra-regional trade. And the strategy is intended to deal with all the problems of the trade across the value chain. There are 3 key pillars: create, connect, and deliver. The create pillar enables us to intervene in the areas that would support the creation of goods and services that enter the trade. The connect pillar are the interventions we've put in place to deal with making sure that goods go from the producers to the buyers in an efficient way. And then the deliver pillar essentially talks about the logistics infrastructure that will make these work. Our intention is to deal with not only the institutional issues, but also the trade facilitation and the financing elements of the problem that intra-Africa trade faces today.
Now, Dr. Orama, you participated at the 2017 Africa CEO Forum in Geneva last month. How do the forum's discussions align with AFRISM's achievements in main sectors and regions on the continent?
Well, the African CEO Forum was a celebration of African corporates. But beyond that, it brought to the fore the importance of intra-regional trade and the importance of industrialization. From the proceedings of the meeting, it was obvious that not only are governments committed to making sure that they transform their economy through export manufacturing, but also that the different companies and banks that were there also see that as a growth opportunity. These are all aligned with our own strategy, the strategy of promoting intra-regional trade, the strategy of promoting export manufacturing. We see strong potentials for building the partnerships we require towards achieving these goals, because challenges are many, and it's only by working together with companies and governments that an institution like ours can make a difference.
Now, what is your outlook on the year ahead as you digest the challenges of slow growth, inflation, and currency problems in key countries like Nigeria, Egypt, and South Africa?
The past 2 years have been difficult for the continent. We saw growth of about 1.65% last year. Some key economies went into recession, such as Nigeria, for example. And the reason for that was because of high commodity dependence. So the commodity price shock caused havoc and created several immense problems to the different economies. So what we did was to launch a counter-cyclical trade liquidity facility, which enabled us to disburse about $8 billion last year to the different countries to enable them adjust to the crisis. So we are pleased that we are beginning to see a turnaround. We forecast growth this year at about 2.85%, and going forward above 3% in next year, and then about from 2019 we're going to be seeing growth going back to 4 to 5%. So in essence, we are very bullish about the future. The continent has gone through difficulties. You expect that when countries go and continents go through these kind of difficulties, that they adjust to it. And the adjustments we see are positive adjustments. The adjustments to move away from commodities towards value-added exports. That is the only way Africa can begin to get away from these kinds of episodic shocks.
All right, we thank you for your time and insights today, Dr. Benedict Orama, the President of AFRISM in Cairo, Egypt. We'll take a quick break. When we return, the program continues.